men over 60. Just press 3 points on your manhood to improve blood flow and morning erections. Have you ever noticed that after turning 60, your body no longer feels as refreshed in the morning as it used to? It is not just about feeling tired or being less motivated to move. It is also the absence of something that once felt very familiar. Something that reminded you each morning that your body was still strong and full of energy. According to statistics from the National Institute on Aging in the United States, nearly 68% of men over the age of 60 no longer experience the same morning vitality as before. Many of them believe this is simply a normal part of aging. However, recent studies from Harvard Health Publishing have shown that poor blood circulation in the lower abdominal region and an imbalance in male hormones during later life are actually the main reasons for this decline in natural vitality. This does not only affect physical health, it also lowers quality of life and reduces confidence in everyday activities. The good news is you do not need any medication or complicated equipment to begin restoring your morning energy. With just 2 minutes each day, by applying gentle pressure to 3 simple points on the body, below the navel, the top of the head, and the soles of the feet, you can help activate your nervous system and blood circulation while naturally supporting your hormone levels and prostate health in a safe and effective way. Before we continue, to make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell. Every week, you will receive more tips to help maintain your strength as you age. If you find this helpful, type 1 below. If it is not quite right for you, feel free to type 0. I read every comment. After the age of 60, many men begin to notice a quiet but noticeable change in their bodies. Each morning, they wake up feeling less alert, and the natural sense of energy from within seems to have faded. This is not simply a result of aging. According to experts at the National Institute on Aging, the deeper cause lies in reduced blood circulation and disruptions in the regulation of male hormones within the aging body. In middle age and beyond, the blood vessels in the lower abdomen gradually lose their elasticity, and blood flow is no longer as strong as it once was. This directly affects the pelvic organs, which play a crucial role in maintaining male vitality. In addition, the prostate gland tends to enlarge over time, increasing pressure on the bladder and urinary system. This can lead to symptoms such as nighttime urination, frequent urges to urinate, or the sensation of not fully emptying the bladder. More importantly, changes in male hormones, especially testosterone, slow down the entire physiological system. This affects metabolism, energy levels, and the body's natural responsiveness in the morning. Even if you continue eating properly, going to bed early, and avoiding any medications, the feeling of lacking strength may still persist. Over time, this can reduce self-confidence and increase anxiety, further disturbing the autonomic nervous system, which controls sleep, blood pressure, and circulation. Fortunately, researchers at Harvard have shown that properly stimulating the sympathetic nervous system through light pressure on specific energy points on the body can help restore natural blood flow and support the body's own production of male hormones. And that is exactly what we are going to explore next. The human body does not operate solely through muscles and internal organs. It is also finely regulated by the nervous system and an intricate network of blood vessels running throughout. As we age, this system becomes more prone to mild imbalances, especially in men, leading to reduced blood flow to the lower abdomen. At the same time, the nerve signals traveling from the brain to the vital organs begin to slow down. This is why many men over 60 often feel that something inside them is no longer the same. Even though there is no clear illness, however, there is a simple yet highly effective way to awaken this dormant system and that is through specific touch points on the body. According to traditional Eastern medicine, the body contains certain acupressure points rich in nerve endings and energy. These points can help regulate blood flow, improve circulation, balance hormones, and allow older adults to rediscover their natural morning strength. Interestingly, modern medicine is beginning to confirm this as well. In a report published in the Journal of Urology, urology specialists in the United States noted that stimulating certain nerve points can trigger a positive chain reaction. This includes dilation of blood vessels in the lower abdomen and increased activity in the hormone nerve vascular axis. This is not a replacement for medication. Rather, it is a supportive method that is safe, effective, and particularly suitable for older adults, especially when the body no longer responds well to stronger interventions. There are 3 key touch points that you can easily activate at home each day. One point is located about 2 centimeters below the navel. This is considered the central zone for regulating blood and energy flow in the lower abdomen. Another point is at the top of the head, which helps calm the central nervous system and reduce tension. The third point is on the sole of the foot. It plays a role in coordinating whole body reflexes and supporting the autonomic nervous system with gentle rhythmic pressure combined with slow breathing. These 3 touch points can help awaken your body from deep within. In the next section, we will explore exactly how each point works and how to apply the method step by step. Point 1. CV6, below the navel, awakening the center of vitality. The first point on the journey to naturally restoring vitality lies about 2 centimeters below the navel. In the traditional Eastern acupressure system, this point is known as CV6. In many Asian medical traditions, CV6 is also referred to as Sea of Energy, a center believed to store life force and regulate the lower abdomen. But this is not only a traditional belief. Today, Western researchers have also confirmed the special role of this area in supporting pelvic blood circulation, stabilizing urinary function, and helping maintain male hormone activity. According to urology expert Dr. Kevin McVeary, who has published multiple studies in the Journal of the American Urological Association, the area just below the navel contains several major blood vessels and nerves that are directly connected to the prostate, bladder, and male reproductive functions. When the small vessels in this region become compressed due to prolonged sitting, lack of movement, or simply aging, blood flow can decrease significantly. This leads to a noticeable drop in morning vitality. Even if you are sleeping well and eating properly, I remember meeting Mr. Bill, a 67-year-old former firefighter who came to the clinic feeling heavy-hearted because he no longer felt like himself. He shared that for months. His body had been sluggish. He felt foggy in the mornings, mentally unfocused, and completely disconnected from the sense of energy he used to have. After checking his health and ruling out any serious medical conditions, I introduced him to a simple practice. I guided him to gently tap on the CV6 point each night before bed, combining it with slow breathing and a sense of relaxation. At first, he was skeptical. The method sounded too gentle to be effective, but just 5 nights later, he returned and told me, "I am not sure if it's magic, but this morning I felt something different, not in any one place. My whole body just felt more alive." That moment marked a turning point, and it was not just Mr. Bill. Dozens of other older adults who practiced the same method shared similar experiences: a renewed sense of energy in the lower abdomen, easier urination, and a quiet return of confidence each morning. To practice this yourself, simply lie on your back or sit up straight. Place 2 or 3 fingertips about 2 finger widths below your navel. Tap gently and rhythmically for about 30 seconds. With each tap, take a slow, deep breath and imagine warmth from your palm flowing into your lower belly. If you can, close your eyes and visualize that energy spreading from the touch point throughout your pelvis and lower abdomen like a stream of warm water. Repeat this routine every night before bed. The most important part is to keep your mind relaxed. Do not place too much expectation on the outcome. Just listen to your body and allow it to reset naturally. CV6 is the foundation for reigniting your internal circulation. But for the recovery to be complete, we need to add one more point. The control center at the top of the head, which acts like the master switch for the entire male vitality system. We will explore that next. Point 2. GV20 top of the head, reducing anxiety and balancing the nervous system. After activating the center of vitality in the lower abdomen, the next step is to regulate signals from the central nervous system, which governs the entire function of hormones and blood vessels. That is the role of point GV20, also known as Bai Hui. It is located at the top of the head, at the intersection of a line drawn between the tops of both ears. In traditional medicine, this is considered the highest point on the energy channels, where many pathways converge. It is often referred to as the roof of the nervous system. More importantly, modern medicine has confirmed that the crown of the head contains a dense concentration of nerve endings. This area affects both emotional states and the autonomic nervous system, especially the reflexes related to male vitality. One of the hidden causes that silently weakens morning strength in older men is prolonged stress. Even if they are not fully aware of it, carrying emotional weight from work, family, health concerns, or personal loss can push the nervous system into a constant state of alert. This causes blood vessels to tighten, reduces circulation, and suppresses hormone production. That is why many people say they feel fine physically, but still cannot regain the sense of vitality they once had. I remember a patient named Richard, age 72, who had lost his wife. He told me that ever since her passing, he had lost interest in everything. He could not sleep, often startled awake, and constantly felt as though there was pressure on his chest. During our conversation, he said something I never forgot. I think my body is weak, but really, my mind just can't rest. After confirming that there were no major health issues, I introduced him to a simple practice, gently tapping the GV20 point each night before sleep. He placed a fingertip on the top of his head, closed his eyes, and tapped rhythmically with his breath, just for 30 seconds at a time. For the first 3 nights, nothing seemed to change, but on the 4th night, he called me and said, "Last night I slept straight through. No dreams, no sudden waking. My chest feels lighter and I feel calm." A few days later, he told me that each morning he began to feel something returning, like a quiet flame inside his body was slowly reigniting after having been extinguished for so long. GV20 is the point where the mind and body connect. When you gently stimulate this area by tapping or softly massaging in circular motion for 30 seconds, while breathing slowly and staying mentally relaxed, you are sending a signal to your nervous system that everything is safe now. Only when the body is no longer in defense mode can the blood vessels relax, hormone levels rebalance, and energy return naturally. If CV6 is the power source in the lower body, GV20 is the key that unlocks the nervous system and allows that energy to flow freely throughout the body. But for this process to be truly complete, we need one final connection point. The place that helps regulate the body from the ground up, supports the autonomic nervous system, and gently guides the body into recovery That point lies on the sole of the foot, often referred to as the hidden spring of life. Point 3. K1, sole of the foot, calming the nervous system. If the point below the navel awakens the center of vitality, and the point at the top of the head soothes the central nervous system, then K1, located on the sole of the foot, is the place that connects these two streams of energy. It gently but deeply harmonizes the entire body. In traditional acupressure systems, K1 is called Yongquan, which means gushing spring, the image of underground water rising to the surface. It is no coincidence that this point is placed at the beginning of the kidney meridian, which in traditional Eastern medicine is seen as the root of male vitality. K1 is located at the center of the sole, just beneath the ball of the foot, close to the slight hollow that forms when you stand flat on your feet. This area is rich in reflex nerve endings and is closely connected to the autonomic nervous system, the part of the body that regulates unconscious functions like breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and vascular reflexes. In older adults, this system often slips into a state of chronic alertness. The body remains slightly tense, blood vessels stay constricted, breathing becomes shallow, and deep rest becomes difficult. This explains why so many people struggle with sleep, experience vivid dreams, feel tense for no clear reason, and wake up with low energy in the morning. Stimulating point K1 is a way to send a signal to the nervous system that everything is okay. Now, you can relax. Only then can the body truly enter a state of natural recovery, where blood vessels open, blood pressure stabilizes, hormones are released in sync, and the feeling of lightness returns. I once met Mr. Harold, a 69-year-old man with a kind demeanor, but a constant sadness in his eyes. He shared that for an entire year, he had not slept through a single night. He often woke up at 2 or 3 a.m. with a racing heart, mental fatigue, and no energy in the morning. He had tried various sleep medications, but they only left him feeling more sluggish. When I taught him how to gently tap on the soles of his feet, 20 seconds on each side, he simply nodded without expecting much. But 2 weeks later, he returned with a bright smile and said, "Last night I slept for 7 hours straight. I woke up without needing coffee. And for the first time in a year, I feel like myself again." The real magic did not come from his fingertips. It came from the intention to care for himself in the right way, at the right time. When you take just a few seconds to touch the soles of your feet, take a deep breath, and quietly tell your body, now is the time to rest, you are opening the door to complete recovery. K1 not only supports deep sleep, but also helps your entire hormonal and male vitality system work in greater harmony over time. Now you know how to awaken from the center CV6, soothe from the top GV20, and stabilize from the base K1. The next question is, how do you combine all three of these into one simple daily routine that you can stick to with ease? The answer is coming up next in a clear and practical guide, just 2 minutes each night. Now that you understand each point on the body and their roles in blood circulation, hormone balance, and vitality in later life, it is time to connect them into a simple health routine that can make a real difference. The special thing is, you do not need any equipment, you do not need to visit a clinic, and it does not take much time, just 2 minutes a day, with gentle focus and a bit of patience, can give your body the opportunity to recover naturally. Start by choosing a consistent time each day. The best time is in the evening before bed, when your body is already preparing to rest. Find a quiet space. It does not need to be large. Just a place where you can sit or lie down comfortably and relax. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths, slowly exhaling each one. With every breath, send a quiet message to your body that you are present and listening. Next, place 2 or 3 fingertips just below your navel. Tap gently for 30 seconds while visualizing energy spreading from your lower belly, awakening your internal vitality. Then move your hand to the top of your head and lightly tap on the GV20 point tide, the center that calms the mind. Do this for 30 seconds. Let your facial muscle relax. Allow your thoughts to quiet. Focus only on the steady rhythm of your tapping, like soft waves passing through. Finally, bring your hands down to the soles of your feet. Tap or gently rub each foot for about 20 seconds. Focus on the feeling of your feet grounded to the earth. Imagine you are anchoring yourself to a steady flow of energy, calming your nerves, slowing your heartbeat, and preparing your body for deep sleep. This entire process takes just about 2 minutes, yet it is a powerful gift you give to yourself each day. No pressure, no expectations, just a gentle return to your own body. And the beautiful thing is, you may begin to feel the benefits sooner than you expect. Many people, after learning about this method, often ask the same question, what will I notice after 1 week of practice? The answer is, the changes will come in a very natural, gentle way, but clear enough for you to feel your body beginning to respond. In the first 2 days, you may not notice anything dramatic, but if you pay attention, your breathing may begin to slow down as you fall asleep. Your body may start to relax more easily, and tight areas, like the lower back or pelvic region, may start to feel less heavy. These are the first signs that your autonomic nervous system is shifting from alert mode into rest mode. By the 3rd or 4th day, your mind may begin to feel calmer. The usual flow of thoughts before sleep may start to fade, making it easier for you to fall into deeper sleep and avoid waking up in the middle of the night. And most encouraging of all, some people begin to notice that their mornings feel lighter, more refreshed, as if their body is ready to start the day with renewed energy. By the 6th or 7th day, you may feel a soft wave of energy spreading through you, giving you a quiet sense of confidence and steadiness, both physically and emotionally. This is not magic. It is the return of a natural process that has long been asleep within you, now awakened through your own patience, kare, and self-awareness. To maximize the benefits of the 3-point evening routine, you can combine it with a few simple tips that help support blood circulation, hormone balance, and restful sleep. These practices may seem small, but they create a strong foundation for the body's natural recovery, especially for men over 60. First, make sure to drink a small glass of warm water, about 150 milliliters, before going to bed. Not too much, to avoid nighttime urination, but just enough to help maintain blood fluidity and support circulation to sensitive areas. If possible, add a few grains of mineral salt or a few drops of lemon to improve absorption and stabilize electrolytes. Second, if you often experience tightness in the hips or lower back, consider adding a small amount of magnesium in the evening. You can get it from foods like pumpkin seeds or leafy green vegetables, or use a magnesium supplement. If recommended by your doctor, magnesium helps relax smooth muscles, dilate blood vessels, and increase the calming effect of the touch points on the nervous system. Also, avoid eating too much or drinking alcohol after 7 p.m., as this forces the liver to work harder, disrupts sleep, and interferes with your body's natural hormone production. Finally, each time you practice, breathe slowly and steadily. Approach the routine with a spirit of gentle self-care. No rushing, no expectations. It is this kind of quiet patience that allows your body to heal deeply and sustainably over time. We have just taken a journey that is gentle yet deeply meaningful. A journey where your body is heard, where vitality in later life is no longer out of reach, and where you can actively reignite your inner strength. You now understand that the decline in male vitality after 60 is not always inevitable. Sometimes it is simply the result of sluggish blood circulation, hormonal imbalance, and a nervous system that has been under stress for too long. And the good news is, your body still has the ability to recover if you know where and how to touch it. 3 simple touch points: below the navel, at the top of the head, and on the sole of the foot. When practiced consistently for just 2 minutes each day, can create a powerful chain reaction. Blood vessels begin to relax. The nervous system calms down and hormones begin to rebalance. No medication, no devices, just you and your own breath. Add to that a few simple habits: warm water before bed, gentle magnesium support, and a light dinner, and you have built the perfect environment for your body to reset, heal, and grow stronger naturally. This journey does not ask you to be 30 again. It simply invites you to return to your body with peace, confidence, and a quiet source of energy that is still there, waiting to be awakened. If you found today's message helpful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to receive more practical, simple, and easy to follow tips made especially for senior health. We will continue sharing videos on nutrition, gentle exercise, and safe herbal options to support your vitality and urinary health naturally. And if you have already tried any of the 3 touch points, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Not only will it help you build the habit, but it may also inspire other men who are on their own journey to rediscover their inner strength.